Well, in a world of fast cars and luxury sedans, there are a few that people always talk about. Here's your M5s, there's your E63s. But one for me personally, and maybe I'm just not around the right people, one that people don't speak of a lot is this, the Audi S8 Plus. So today I'm going to be taking a look at this vehicle, experiencing it, and kind of giving some thoughts on it. I think it's one that is not really commonly spoken about. I mean, there's the S6, there's the S4. Those are pretty common as far as these type of cars go, but the S8, I think this is special, and we're going to take a look. So Audi's 8 series, which is what I'm going to call it, is pretty much known for the A8, which is in line with your Mercedes S-Class and the BMW 7 Series. It's their ultimate luxury sedan. This one is your regular wheelbase model, but just like the 7 Series, and I'm not sure about the S-Class, but the 7 Series and the Audi 8 Series, their A8 line, there's a standard wheelbase line and the extended wheelbase line. Of course, this S8 that I'm looking at is just the standard wheelbase. Looking at it, it has your traditional Audi interior, very driver-focused, 8-speed automatic transmission, GPS, all this other stuff built into it. The key to it, though, is what's underneath the hood. And in this car in particular, it has the turbo V8 4-liter. All right, so this Audi that I'm looking at today has the twin turbo 4-liter V8, stock form around 600-ish horsepower, chipped form 700 horsepower. This one was previously modified with an APR tune, but was recently detuned because I had a dealer appointment. Nonetheless, it's still a lot of goomph for a car, even if a large car, that's a lot. Car again also has, carbon ceramic brakes on it, which to me, who's tracking this car? There's no reason for this. So, I mean, if I were the owner, I don't think I would actually keep these on because the replacement cost is going to be magnanimous. But outside of that, it has all your standard luxury features. It's more of a 2+2 configuration, as the rear bench seat in this car has all your climate controls and doodads for the people sitting in the back, as shown here. I mean, yes, you could have somebody sitting there, but it really doesn't make much sense because those are your controls there. So, I mean, yeah, you could put 3 people back here, but then you lose out on all this. But you can see carbon fiber trim in here. It really is, I mean, quite a vehicle inside here. And this one really goes for more of the sport form via the instead of the luxury as the A8 is typically known for. So now that I've given you guys probably the worst introduction to this car, I'm going to drive it, talk about it, and then note what I actually would think about owning such a thing like this. I'm going to say off the bat, I've driven this car before, fair take, and it was maybe like a quick little instance. But this will be a first real long drive on some actually curvy roads and stuff like that, where I can actually get a feel for the car, stuff like that. Now, mind you, I'm doing this after taking my family hauler 800 plus miles out here to Virginia, which I've never actually introduced to you guys, but someday we'll do a full review on this GLS 550 and what I think about owning such a thing. All right, folks, so we're inside the S8, getting ready to go for a ride, see what it's like on some actual roads instead of Long Island streets where I first sampled this. Starting it up. Very neat with a screen popping up. All the beeps. You can see the S8 on the steering wheel. Speedometer goes 200, so you know it's serious business. So here it goes. So anyways, we're out here cruising the Virginia country roads in the S8 Plus in dynamic mode. So right now we're driving like a normal human being would drive a car. So luxury, feels nice. But these carbon ceramic brakes are something that are ridiculous. Nobody, let's take it back. Regular people don't need this because you'll eat your steering wheel. But outside of that, I mean, it's a very, very lovely car that looks like at any moment is ready to eat the car in front of you alive. So I can't do too much because we're not in Mexico, but you can hear the sound, and it's just nuts. But this is just nothing like a 7. I don't know unless you buy an Alpina B7 or an S550 if there's anything really from the other two German manufacturers that competes with this super luxury sedan in sports edition. But I love it, but this is not for me. So there's a little view of some of the Virginia roads that I'm on. So we're back out here in the Chesterfield County area outside of Richmond, and just taking a leisurely drive in a S8 Plus. I mean, again, at normal speeds or whatever, it's very comfortable, it's very nice, but I mean, don't let it fool you. This thing, if you see one on the road, don't play with it. So like the car insurance enthusiast site Haggerty, this is definitely a never stop driving type video montage here. Woo.
Oh.
You didn't see that? Quick shout out to the carbon ceramic brakes, by the way. All right, guys, so just for our acceleration test, here we go. I'm not gonna say how fast that was, but trust me, it was only legal in Mexico, as they say. I'm still enjoying out here in the Virginia roads. Audi, I mean, you couldn't tell me this is a gigantic luxury car the way it's handling. It just goes. I mean, grips there, no feeling of lack of confidence in there, and just responsive. I mean, does it. And it's interesting to me because, as I was saying in the beginning of this video, that not many folks talk about the S8. It's like a hidden secret. You hear about the, even in the smaller car, you hear about the M5 and even the E63 and stuff like that. But this is a gem out there that not many folks talk about. Other neat bits about this is just the carbon fiber details everywhere. With the underlip of the bumper, I guess there's another word for it, and the lip on the rear trunk lid. So again, this one's actually an S8 Plus. It doesn't say it here, but it is, and you certainly can feel it on stepping on it as detailed earlier. I'm saying, just shaking my head, because this is a whole lot of car moving very quickly. Maybe I'm a simpleton. Maybe I got used to my old B5 S4, that RIP, by the way. However, this is quite a enjoyable luxury car. One quick thing about the inside, as it warns me about putting my seatbelt on. As you see, similar to BMW fashion, as the engine warms up, it does adjust the rev limiter. So of course we're fully warmed up, and we are allowed to get all of the, looks like 6,800 RPM that this thing has to offer in stock form. So just a little tidbit of this car's little sport nature. Well, now one unfortunate part of this car being a 2017 is its infotainment is lagging way behind the other Audis of similar vintage. So no CarPlay, none of that type of stuff. You have the regular MMI. There are some additions you can buy to get CarPlay and or Android Auto, but as it stands, this is what you get by default. So car has its separate modes right now, so comfort, auto, dynamic, and of course individual. Right now we're in comfort mode, and we're going to take a listen to the exhaust. All right, now starting up in dynamic mode, and we'll do a little quick rev so you can hear the difference.